Well, how y'all are? It's your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. The old used gun I got today. Oh, Scott, Scott the Hillbilly Morgan, it's pronounced E-Squad, not E-Squag. My wife saw that the other day, and she's like, what's wrong with that boy? I'm like, he's from Western Kentucky. E-Squad, not E-Squag. Or you can call me that. I don't care. As long as I get the spelling right when they type it in the browser bar, we're good. The next thing I've got to show you is this guy. This cute little H&R 410 shotgun. Now this is one of these guys with the scalloped out barrel to frame arrangement. This is the 580. The Deluxe Topper Jr. Model 580 Harrington Richardson Inc. Now this gun is of the period, this gun was manufactured from 1958 to 1961. This gun was made in the transitional period of the H&R Topper design where they went from this style of breakdown, okay, to this style of breakdown. This style of breakdown, yeah, went to this style of breakdown, like this. Okay, after 1961, all of them were in the simplified lever style breakdown, and before that, they were pretty much all in the conventional style breakdown you see on older single shot and double barrel shotguns, where you had to push the gizmo here. This has a nickel-plated receiver on it, pretty cool. It is a youth gun. When I received this gun for review the other day, the butt plate on it was incorrect and busted. So I had an H&R butt plate laying at the house. I took the old belt sander and I fitted that back on there and made it look right. It has a snapped-on style forearm, and that's another innovation. After 1961, as you start seeing them put on there with a big panhead screw, Phillips type screw, which is a lot better than the snapped-on, even though this one, it works right. Not much else you can say about it. It's a single shot 410 shotgun with a youth design. It says 10 gauge P, and I don't understand what that means. It also says full choke, and that's all it says on it. This gun doesn't have a serial number on it. It was manufactured before the time that 1962, when it was federally mandated that guns had serial numbers on them. We're going to get some shells of Shelleys out here and try this gun out as soon as I can find some. The new game load, 3-inch Magnum, 11/16 ounce of shot, number 6, 1135 feet per second. The new game load from Federal, which is a $9.50 to $10 box of good quality 410s, as opposed to what we've been buying. The good quality stuff is $14 to $15 box. So we're going to load up with these guys and pattern that gun. I've got at 15 yards a 10-inch Dirty Bird target, so I'm going to crack down on it and see how this guy actually shoots. It's loud enough. I'll get me some ear mufflers on. The ears ain't getting any younger. Yeah, nice gun. Nice shell there. Got back there, and let's see. Awful short for me, but we're going to try it here. Automatic ejector, but it didn't throw it out of there. Not bad. Let's go there and take a look at it. Gaze upon its pattern. Walk down there. Uh, it is 410, 11/16 ounces shot. Good solid pattern. Not as tight as I'd want it to be at 15 yards, but definitely a game getter. I'd knock her out of the tree pretty good and probably catch that running rabbit in front of the dog. Yeah, or get the starlings out of your barn. That's not too bad. That's pretty acceptable. This gun is somewhere between, oh, I don't know, 58 and 61 years old, because I was born in 1958. And they started making this model in 1958, so, you know, it's a fairly old shotgun, but it's still a good serviceable gun and a youth model. Recoil is very manageable. I think it'd be manageable for any kid. You just don't see them. You just don't see youth model guns made this well anymore. It's just that time frame is gone. But this is a nice little gun. This is courtesy of Apache Armaments and Caney Fork Sportsman Center down in Caney Fork Guns and Ammo down in Somerset. And this gun will be on the rack down there. You can call them guys up if you're out of state and work out a deal with them, and they'll ship it to your FFL. And it should be somewhere in the neighborhood of $100. Just a nice overall little gun, the kind you don't see anymore. While we're talking about 410s, let's talk about 410 Bubba guns. Boy, you see these guys cut off all the time. People cut them off and they make a mess out of them. Near as I can figure, this gun is a snake charmer modification, Bubba gun, truck gun, whatever you want to call it, but this has been done correctly. Now this gun, I did this because, I chose this gun because the guy put his, previous owner put his Social Security number on the frame. It looks like he scratched it in there with a end of a drill bit or something. Just a mess. So that kills the value of this gun. I think I gave like $25 for this gun, you know, from a retailer. It just had, because you put your own serial number on there, you know, that destroys that gun's value. It just ruins it. So I decided to make me a little truck home, you know, home defender and so forth out of it. So I refitted cut the stock off to the length that I wanted, short enough that it's handy, but long enough it's still shoulderable for me or the wife. Refitted the butt plate and re-drilled the butt plate to a good fit and factory style finish. Put the barrel on a lathe and put me an inside and outside chamfer on there, and then reset the bead back to the end of the barrel again, so it's got a bead on there to where it looks, you know, professionally done, even though I did it and I'm not much of a professional. Just makes it a nice little handy gun. You know, 26 and a half. I think this is actually 28 overall. And this is the little bedroom gun, you know, like that. It makes a good little home defense. Something to keep the wolf off the door. But it's done correctly. And you can do this and make these yourself. It's legal to do so. It just take your time, and you know, if you don't have a belt sander, you know, find somebody that does. And if you don't have a lathe, get somebody that does. You know, and sometimes you have to go to the machine shop and pay for the little modifications that you need to make. But this makes a good little package. Good little package. You can take this and lean it up in the corner in any room in your house, and you have shotgun firepower. And with that, you can get this 410 Winchester Super X 3-inch Magnum 5 pellet triple-aught buck. So the pellets are actually 38 caliber, and when you pull that trigger, it launches 5 of them at 1,480 feet per second. that makes a 410 a real defensive tool. All right then, that's about the size of it. For 8, I got this old used gun, the old Topper 580, and a little conversation about 410s for home defense. Like to take share a pie, commentate, and subscribe. Drop me an old $1 in the Patreon bucket on the way out the door if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'll keep right on making content for you because I like doing it. All right then, we'll see y'all.